Hello students, now we have come to the last topic of the staffing chapter, that is training and development. And you know that training and development is one of the aspect of staffing. Clear? Now, what is training and development? You know, training and development is an attempt to improve the current or future employee performance by increasing their ability to perform through learning, usually by changing the employee's attitude or increasing his/her skills and knowledge. So, someone has rightly said that if you wish to plan for a lifetime, it's better to develop people rather than developing anything else. Now, why trading and development is an important part of the management or the organization? When jobs are simple or easy, it is learned. Doing the job and upgrading the skill is very easy to learn. But nowadays, due to rapid change in the business environment, pressure is increasing on organization as well as employees to adapt themselves to these rapid changes. And now the jobs have become also very complicated and they require a specific types of skills to complete these jobs. Clear? So there is a huge importance of providing training and developing the employees in an organization. Training and development help both the organization and the individual. First, we will see what are the benefits to the organization. The first one is training is a systematic learning, always better than hit and trial methods, which generally leads to the wastage of efforts and money. The second one is it enhances employee productivity both in terms of quantity and quality, which ultimately leads to the higher profits. Training equips the future manager who can take over in the case of emergency. Means if the employees are trained, so their knowledge, their skills can be used in case of any emergency that may occur in the organization. Training also increases employee morale and reduces absenteeism and employee turnover. It means that if you will provide better training to your employees, no doubt they will be highly motivated because they know that they can take care of any complex jobs also. Clear? So it will reduce the exodus of employee, that is the employee leaving the job. And the last one is it helps in obtaining effective response to the fast changing environment. We know that these days technological and economical changes are very fast. So if the company will provide training, so their employees will be ready to adapt themselves to the changes, so the company will be, or the organization will be safe in such type of environment. Now we will see the benefits of training and development activity to the employees. They are training improves the skill and knowledge of the employees, which leads to the better career of the individual. It increases employees performance, so in future it helps them to earn more. Training makes the employee more efficient to handle machines, thus less accidents in their life. And the final one is training increases satisfaction and morale. Just now we discussed, I explained to you that training, after getting their training, they are motivated, their morale gets high, that they can do or they can handle the complex job very easily. Clear? The benefits to employees and the organization. Now the next part is the training. Now individually we will look into the fact that what is training and what is development. Training is a process by which the aptitude, skills and abilities of an employee to perform a specific job is increased. Clear? So we can say that training is a process of learning new skills and application of knowledge. Training is also मतलब providing training or getting training is an attempt to improve the performance of the employees. Clear? Now, whereas development refers to the learning opportunities designed to help an employee grow. Once they will get the training, they will undergo the training part, no doubt they will develop, means their skills and abilities is going to be developed. It means that there will be improvement in the job performance along with the growth of the personality. Clear? And it will lead to become not only a good employees, but also they will become a better person in their own life. It means that there is a growth in the personality too. The both training is a short-term process, but development is an ongoing process, and also development includes the training. Let's see the difference between training and development. Training is a process of increasing knowledge and skill, whereas development is a process of learning and growth. Once you get the training, then only you can develop. Training enables the employee to do the job better. Training is given for a specific job, but development means that it enables the overall growth of the employee, the overall personality growth as a better human being. Training is a job oriented process and development is a career oriented process. Now it's clear what is the difference between training and development. Now, what are the various methods of training? There are two types of training, means two methods of training: on the job and off the job. On the job means you are learning while working. Clear? And off the job methods are used away from the workplace. Clear? It means learning before doing. So now it's clear what is on the job training and what are off the job training. Okay? Now we will start with the on the job training. The first one is apprenticeship training. Apprenticeship programs put the trainee under the guidance of a master worker. This training program is designed to acquire a higher level of skills under the guidance of a master worker. It is generally suitable for the plumbers, electricians, in which they are asked to work under and to get the practical training from a senior or experienced electrician or plumbers, what the job they are doing so. Clear? And the second one is internship and induction training. Internship training is a joint program of training in which educational institutions and business firms collaborate. The students, while studying, means while they are carrying out their regular studies, are allowed to work in any of the institution for a prescribed period. So they get practical knowledge along with the theoretical one. And the induction training, as already we have discussed induction in the process of selection. It is a process of receiving and welcoming new employee to help in settling down easily. Induction training enables the new employee to start the work efficiently and comfortably. It also enhances the morale of the new employee. Clear? Now, of the job training, only one type of training that we have to study. This is the vestibule training. Clear? Employees or the training learn their job on the equipment to be used. Clear? Means if they have to be trained to become driver, so they will be given the training on the same equipment, but the training is conducted away from the actual workforce, and to make them familiarize with the equipments or with the gadgets, actual work environments are created in a classroom and they are given the same materials, files, equipments, everything. Clear? And generally vestibule training is done when employees are required to handle sophisticated machinery and equipment. Okay. Now finally we have come to the end of the staffing chapter. In this whole chapter, we have studied about the staffing as a function of the management, its importance, and the various various steps in the process of staffing. Then the aspects of staffing, which includes recruitment, selection, and training and development. And we have studied the recruitment, sources of recruitment, selection, the process of selection. Clear? And finally, training and development. What are its uses? What are its benefits? What is the difference between training and development? What are the various methods of training in details? So finally, we are going to wrap up the chapter staffing, but it is not the end. It is the beginning of the new chapter, that is directing. That is one more function of management. Okay, bye. Thank you.